So first of all, tell us a little about yourself. Like, did you train yourself before becoming a chef, or like you just it was your passion and you started? And also, what were you doing before this content creation journey?
Okay, okay. Risha, to be honest, I do not like to attach the word chef with me because there's
Okay.
a very huge
Mm-hmm.
respect for chefs that because I have had a small tenure of me working in a professional kitchen, not as a chef, but
Okay.
I was in food industry and that gave me a realization that okay, I have a passion about cooking, but what chef they do, right? That there's a lot that they do. So I am
Mm-hmm.
nowhere. Yes, it's just a passion that I had from the beginning, right? I was always someone as a kid.
Okay.
I was always someone who used to go to the kitchen, look up to what mom is making, and try to like play around. Or obviously, like parents do not let you go to the
Let
kitchen,
you go to the kitchen, right?
right? And especially being a guy, right? It's
Yes,
not
of
the
course.
zone that you're allowed. So it was not something that was widely encouraged, but I always wanted to do something. I liked playing, turning the burner on and trying to cook something. So I've created mess a lot of time when my parents were not at home. So it started
It started with that.
from
Okay.
with that. Then how things changed were I am from Pune, but I shifted to Chandigarh and I started living by myself,
Okay.
right? So then now I got my own kitchen, right? I
Okay.
got my
Mm-hmm.
playground and I started trying to, because obviously I used to watch a lot of cooking shows and cooking
Mm-hmm.
things. And back then it was like, I think way back in 2012, 2013 that I'm talking about, right?
Okay.
That I used to look, and it was not an internet crazy time at that period of time.
Mm-hmm.
So nothing was online a lot, but I used to look up to recipes, try to read recipes, memorize it, and then whenever I used to get time off my work, I used to try making something out of it in my kitchen. There have been a lot of blunders over this year,
Of course.
but slowly,
Okay.
gradually, I've learned my way. And I think right now I'm confident enough to be someone who can talk about food and help people understand, okay, how to make things. So yeah, it's been a journey. It's not something, but yeah, out of passion, it's something that developed over the years.
Oh, that is right. So, are you yourself a foodie?
Oh, I love food. I
Yeah.
love food. Yeah. So again, a story from my childhood. Uh, I was someone who always used to say, "Ab kya khana hai?"
Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
till now, whenever I visit my buas and my relatives, right now,
Mm-hmm.
obviously not so frequently, but whenever they still, and they now taunt me, ki, "Acha, like this was from the beginning. You are a 2-year-old kid and you used to
2 year
say
kid.
ab kya khana," and now
What
you've
next,
named
right?
yourself as Bukad itself. So it was something that was from an early day.
Yeah, your Instagram ID is quite captivating. Bhukkar in I was just scrolling through and yeah. So, what was your biggest inspiration like starting this journey? Anyone who inspired you?
As a influencer or as a blogger, so the word influencer blogger is something very fairly new, right? The
Yeah.
idea has always been in my mind because I was someone, again, I was someone who was always an internet savvy person.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I had got,
Mm-hmm.
because I was not a very active child and I had my health issues and all of that. So my parents never let me play out
Mm-hmm.
a lot. I was someone who was like homebound person. So I had my first computer when I was like in first or second standard. So I
Oh,
always
okay.
internet
Okay.
with me since then, right? So I always wanted to, because obviously that had been my playground. So I
Mm-hmm.
always wanted to do. I always wanted to start a blog. Like since
Okay.
2009, 2010, I was always like,
Okay.
कभी तो ब्लॉग लिखूंगा, कभी तो मैं कुछ तो करूंगा इंटरनेट में.
हाँ हाँ.
And I was a student of mass communication, and
Okay.
at that time also the goal was to not get into a journalism of news, all of that, but I was, that time also the plan was travel, exploring cultures, because
Right.
been grown up. Okay, if I had to talk about inspiration, have been grown up looking into Anthony Bourdain, right? Someone
Okay.
who explored the world, right?
Yeah.
There was this show called Lonely Planet that used to come on
I know.
Discovery, right?
That's
So
a
like my mom used to make us watch that every single day. So I've learned about cultures a lot. And again, with culture comes food, right? So food
very
and culture had been a part, and that was the inspiration, I guess.
hmm.
Never talked about it briefly. I think this is the first time that I've talked about it when I gave a thought. So